All right, everybody, now we're going to make a driving video of this 2013 Subaru Impreza all-wheel drive 2.0 premium. Just wanted you to see the outside for a brief moment. If you want to see the outside, inside, under the hood in great and much detail, check out my overall walk-around video on this car, which is on my channel. Should be right next to this one. Absolutely beautiful inside and outside, and of course 71,000 low miles. Unbelievable low miles, and a one owner. If you're ready, we're gonna go. Please, hope you enjoy my presentation, my telling you about this car, driving it, showing it to you. Leave your comments, leave your feedback. Leave a comment if you own one and you'd like to share something about your ownership experience. Feel free. I like that. I like when my video comments are used as a discussion board for you to talk to me, but also talk amongst each other about the car and what you think. So I think it's fantastic in all ways. I really do. I like the size of this car. Let me zoom out here a little more. There we go. I like the size. I like the structure. I like the comfort. I like the ride. And I like the fuel mileage. So 36 miles to the gallon on the freeway. 27 is the EPA rating for the city. 4-cylinder that only is 148 horsepower. 148, but who cares? It does what you need it to do. It gets up and goes. It's comfortable. And I think this, I just moved the seat back. That was that sound. I have to say what any kind of abnormal sounds are because I have people ask, what was that squeaking? Oh, it was my hand on the steering wheel. I just think it's a great car for a first-time driver. Excellent visibility. Love these little wing windows right here. They don't really open, but I still call them wing windows. Just gives you another sense of confidence to be able to see right there, through there. Great visibility all the way around. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's easy to drive. This particular car is just a standout because it's one owner, it's 71,000 miles, it's been impeccably cared for, clean Carfax, clean title, clean history, not smoked in. Air conditioning is perfect, works nice and cold. Everything on this car works like it should. So there's a lot of new parts on this car as well. Now we're gonna go this way since the road is still closed there. Safety wise, for anybody that would drive it, but especially when you think about young drivers, I said on the walk around video, this car has side airbags, front airbags, side airbags front to rear, and of course airbags in the front. It has knee airbags down here on the lower for your knees. It has traction control. It has Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive, so all the confidence of the all-wheel drive system that Subaru has long ago perfected before any of the other manufacturers. And great visibility, simple, easy to use climate controls and even radio controls, but better than that, we've got radio controls right here on the steering wheel, so all the better that you don't have to take your eyes off the road to change the radio. On top of that, young drivers, hey fellow Subaru, young drivers would of course appreciate to have Bluetooth audio and telephone, which it has, Bluetooth audio and phone, along with aux and USB inputs, of course, but it has Bluetooth. The reason I stress about that is that 2013 is still kind of it's a year that, you know, maybe you get it in some cars, maybe you don't. So very nice that it has it. Steering wheel controls here, cruise control here. There's the beautiful miles and dash. It's just simple. It has everything that you could possibly need, but it's just simple. But simple is good. Compass up here in the mirror, very nice to have a compass and see where you're going, at least the direction. And even though it's cloth seats, these wonderful cloth seats with this waffle type pattern, it has heated seats. So it has heated cloth seats, buttons for those right here. I think it has plenty of power for any reasonable person driving. Of course, it's not a race car. Of course, it's not a V8 engine, but it gets up and moves with ease. It drives wonderfully. The steering is very easy and very soft. Soft's not the right word, but very, it's tight and it's firm, but it's effortless. There we go. It's effortless to turn. Very easy. Not particularly soft, just easy and effortless. There we go. Good words. This road's a little rough right here, so you can really kind of hear some of the bumps, but still very comfortable. I find the seat in this car to be extremely comfortable. Very nice and firm and supportive. Feels good on my back. Bolsters are nice and firm. I feel very comfortable and very secure in this seat. Truly. I don't want to go all the way down this road, so I'm going to turn around right here, and we're going to kind of go back the same way we just came, right before this next car comes. Look at that turning radius. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'll push the gas down a little harder. Great acceleration. Already back up to 45, 50, 55 miles an hour, just like that. It's wonderful. Oh, another thing I actually am realizing I forgot to mention on my walk-around video from a comfortability standpoint of driving, a couple things. One thing I did mention, one thing I'm remembering I didn't mention. So the driver's side seat has a manual lift, so it will go up and down, which is, very helpful for someone that's shorter to be able to lift themselves up to see out over the dashboard. So that's nice. That's the thing I did point out, but I did forget one thing that can make someone's driving experience much more pleasurable, which is that the steering wheel is telescopic. So it goes in and out and up and down. So most cars just go up and down. This goes up and down and in and out. So fully telescopic manual, but fully telescopic steering wheel. So very nice. It's all those little things that can make a driving experience much more pleasurable and get you fitted in the car the way you need to be the best driver you can be, right? It's not as fast as that one. So anyway, we'll stay behind this Porsche. What else? Oh, leg-wise, I wanted to point out that I'm about 6 foot tall, just a little over 6 foot usually. I've got plenty of leg room here. My knees are nowhere near hitting the dashboard. I mean, I like to sit like this, and even like this or like this. I've got lots and lots of room. Very comfortable. And to that point, I showed in the walk-around video that the back seat actually has more room than you would think, and it's very roomy and comfortable. My knees, when I sit in the back seat, are not touching the backs of the front seats, which is just kind of amazing for the size of the car, and it's very comfortable. So very happy with that. I'd like to talk about the new parts on this car, just to get that information out there and to further, explain why this one drives so well. So it has 4 brand new Bridgestone Turanza tires. It has brand new brakes and rotors, front and rear. It has a fresh oil change that probably doesn't have but about 15 miles on it at this point, with a Subaru branded oil filter. It has a new air filter, a new cabin filter. What else? It has new spark plugs and spark plug wires, so a tune-up basically. A fuel system cleaning, and the front and rear differential fluids changed on this car. I mean, all this stuff was just done, and the brake fluid flushed and changed. So everything I just mentioned was just done within the last couple hundred miles. Literally all of that work. Brand new tires. Well, I'm sorry, the tires were a couple thousand miles, but everything else was very done within the last couple hundred miles. But basically 4 brand new tires, new brakes and rotors all around, fresh oil change 15 miles ago, brake fluid changed, both front and rear differential fluids changed, spark plugs and wires, air filter, cabin filter. I mean, that is like all of your regular maintenance stuff completely done for you, for this car, for whoever ends up with this car. You shouldn't have to worry. This car should not need anything for quite some time. Let's just say it like that. Because that is the truth. There is no way that this car needs much of anything for quite some time. And to that point, I mentioned on the walk around video, I think that if someone were to buy this car, or a parent that were to purchase this car for their child, I was going to say children, but I guess the only way you buy one car for your children is if you have twins and you make them share it, right? But I think you could purchase this car for even a high school age person, and it could carry them well through high school, all the way into their college years, and probably even a few years beyond, until they get their first real good job and are ready for something different. So I think the point being, I think this car has easily 10 plus years of serviceable life remaining with reasonable care and maintenance. So we're heading towards the freeway now. We're going to go out on the freeway and go 4 or 5 miles down on the freeway and 4 or 5 miles back. I like to try to give you a variety of road type surfaces and speeds, but this particular car is just fantastic. Speaking of the back seat a few moments ago, I mean, it's super clean, but look how much room, so much. There's more room than you would think. There's more room back there than you would think, and there's actually a much roomier trunk than you would think, which I showed at great detail in the walk-around video. So take a look at that if you'd like to see this car in more detail, inside, outside, under the hood, and the engine compartment. This particular car, I don't know if I've said that yet on this video, this car came from Virginia. So I'm here in Ohio with this car now, but this car lived its entire life in Virginia, and Virginia has a much more mild climate than Ohio, so this car is spectacularly clean. And, you know, not just cleanliness wise, but on the important parts, the nuts and bolts and under the hood and on the engine and the wheels and the lug nuts and the calipers. The car just exudes cleanliness because of being in such a mild environment in Virginia. So I don't recall if I said the color name when I first showed you the outside for a moment in the beginning, but it's called Deep Cherry Pearl. I forget the color code, 23G or 3GP or something like that. But anyway, it's a nice color. It's really dark. When the sun's not out, it darn near looks black. But when the sun is out, you can really see the color. It's a dark, very dark purple. I'd call it more of an eggplant type color. And it's pearl, so it's got metallic and sparkle in the paint, which is pretty. Drives like going, like, again, just the effortless steering, you know, going through those roundabouts there, just so easy to steer and drive. Very comfortable. It's very comfortable car, very confident car, very manageable size. You know, I mean, manageable size is relative to anybody. You know, this guy driving this big SUV next to us, I mean, you gotta pay more attention when you're driving something that big. You're driving a small car, you know, you're very very aware of how much car you have around yourself. So when you drive something big, it sometimes can be more difficult paying more attention to the size and the structure of what's around you. There's an interesting car you don't see very often. I always kind of like those. That's an Acura ZDX, basically the Acura version of the Honda Accord Cross Tour. Yeah, Cross Tour. Very neat. Like a four-door hatchback SUV, kind of like a hybrid, very weird car. I would highly recommend one of those. Very different segment than this, but that's a fantastic car. Although they do have timing belts, so you have to be sure you've got a timing belt that's been changed on those. This car has a timing chain, so no need to worry about that right here. It's just an interesting car you don't see very often. I have a friend that loves those. So we're gonna go on the freeway here. Let me queue up our not a lot of traffic. Excellent. 60 miles an hour right there. 65, 70 miles an hour right here. Nice and straight steering wheel. Just as smooth on the freeway as the city. I just set the cruise control. You might be able to see up there, it shows the little cruise picture and it says set. So take the feet off and relax, and cruise control works just fine. I'm going to turn it off now, but just wanted to show you that. 70, 71 miles per hour. It's smooth, it's nice, it's quiet. Again, look here on the freeway when you're traveling at higher speed, 72. Just a really confident view out the front because of all the glass. And again, I think these windows add a lot of confidence and visibility in this car. Very fishbowl-like with the very raked windshield. Very, very nice. Now we're up to 75 and we're nothing but smooth all the way. Steering wheel is straight and smooth. It's quiet. It's everything you should expect from a car that only has 71,000 miles and a one owner and has brand new tires and brakes and all the other parts I mentioned just a little while ago. Almost 80, 76, 77. Get past this construction, I'll kick it up a little more for you. I would highly recommend that anyone who's watching this or my other video that you consider to buy one of these cars. If you're watching my video as a review and looking to buy one somewhere else, I would very much recommend. I am impressed with this car, its drivability, its size and stature and structure and ease of driving and comfort level. And it has just enough equipment, at least this particular car does. If you didn't hear me mention earlier, Bluetooth audio, Bluetooth phone, excellent for a young driver, and it has it factory. It works great. All right, 36 miles to the gallon when you're cruising on the freeway. How about that? I mean, maybe not when you're going 80. So there we are, 80, 81, 82 miles per hour. Probably not getting the best fuel mileage at over 80 miles an hour, but look how nice and straight and smooth. Look at that, no hands. Fantastic. 84, yeah, a little over 80. Just nice all the way. Minimal drifting here just because of the shape of the road, but car doesn't pull, does everything right. We're gonna exit up here ahead at Beach Road, and oh, poor Bambi. And we're gonna turn around and come back, go the same way. So I appreciate your watching and joining. If you've seen enough, you can certainly move on to your next favorite YouTube video, but I appreciate any thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, give some comments or feedback on what you think, and if you like what I do, and if you want to give your comment about these cars in general or about your own ownership experience, like I say, please feel free to do so. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and your comments, of course. While we're stopped at this red light briefly, you may, I don't know if you can see it up in the center display, there's the outside temperature, the time, and then the distance to empty meter right here. Ooh, it's so bright. I don't even know if you can see that. Now the light's green. Anyway, that's like a computer information center, and you can change what you see in that display by pushing this stalk here on the instrument cluster. There you go. See the time, temperature, and distance to empty, and you can change, you can toggle through right here with this button to change what you see in that display. So that truck right there isn't getting 36 miles to the gallon. I know that. No, sure. And he's raring to go. We're gonna let him go first because he's about 3 car lengths past that white line that you're supposed to stop at. Or maybe 3 truck lengths. One owner Subaru Impreza right here, you guys. Look at that. 71,000 miles. We'll take a nice cruise back, get our 36 miles to the gallon in this wonderful car. So much room here. You know, again, I like to sit like this. Maybe this light's not working. This light usually changes pretty quickly, so that's strange. Okay, well, we're gonna do the same thing because I know this intersection well, and this light doesn't usually take that long. So there we go, and everybody else came behind us. So there we go, back on the freeway. Look at this acceleration. I mean, I'm barely pushing the gas and I'm already up to 60, almost 60 right before I get to the curve for the rest of the on-ramp. That's why I'm telling you, this car doesn't need any more power than what it has. It's plenty of power. It's perfect for the size of the car, perfect for the fuel mileage. But what I was saying, again, I just have lots of room over here to drive like this with my leg pulled back. Very comfortable. So you can't go wrong, folks. You can't go wrong with this beautiful Subaru. $74, 75 miles per hour right here. Handles the bumps nicely. Nice tight, firm suspension. It's just a great ride. Just a great ride. great ride. There's a Subaru Forester, a little bigger. Even over those bumps on that bridge right there, it's not noisy, it's not clunky, it's not bumpy, it just handles the road and keeps on going. Imagine the confidence of the all-wheel drive in the wintertime, driving through any bad weather or snow. It's actually fantastic to be such a small economical car. You know, like that little Toyota Corolla right there, that's just a front-wheel drive car. And same for that Honda right there, but this car is in the same-ish size-wise of those cars. That might be a little bigger, but with the confidence of the all-wheel drive in this, you're going to definitely go confidently. So, absolutely. And nice, modestly sized tires, 16-inch tires. They last a long time, they ride nice, and the best part is they're inexpensive when it comes time to need to replace them again, which won't be for quite some time, but when and if they do, it will be very reasonable to do so. Just a great driving car. I hope you've enjoyed my presentation. I hope you've gained some insight into this car. Once again, if you didn't see my overall walk-around video of this car and you'd like to, check it out on my channel. It should be right near this one, right near this video. Exit here and just about be done here with this nice long test drive on this beautiful 71,000 mile one owner Subaru. So there's nothing about this car that I don't like. Like I say, very comfortable seat, great drivability. Love the tilt and telescopic steering wheel. Love the fact that the seat can be lifted for a shorter driver. Like the ease and the simplicity of the controls. Like these wing windows. Like the overall view out the front. Love the fuel mileage. Love the brand. Reliability and ownership second to none. Very low. And with this car's new parts, there is absolutely no way that this car will need anything, much of anything, for quite some time to come. And I think this car would be a fantastic car for a young driver, a first-time driver, an elderly person, and obviously anybody in between. But very safe. All the new parts that I've mentioned a few times on this video, and of course on the other. So 36 miles to the gallon and 71,700 miles right now. It is 100% turnkey and ready to drive. So thank you guys very much for watching and joining. Leave a thumbs up. Look at that big Hummer. Give me a thumbs up, ring the bell to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment or a suggestion or a comment about your own ownership, as I say. Please share with others. The world and the internet is a beautiful place, and everyone should share with other people, and be respectful to each other. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you next time on my next video reviewing a car. Don't know what just yet, but something soon. So thanks so much, everybody, and peace until next time. Bye-bye.